If you are a degen like the rest of us Moon Boys, you'll know the markets over the last few days have been absolutely disgusting, especially with the bank collapses all happening in the United States. But outside of this, the last few years have been somewhat of a financial black swan event, basically in themselves. We have seen crazy gains followed by crazy downs and everything in between in the span of just 3 to 4 years. And even worse, we have witnessed the birth of the newbie investor, or as some might say, the degen, the Wall Street bets to the moon diamond-handed wagamy investor. We have all seen some crazy Wall Street bets wins, with people literally becoming millionaires overnight. But what isn't talked about enough is the people that have literally lost hundreds of thousands, and in some cases even billions of dollars, just from a few bad investments. So in today's video, we're looking at the worst Wall Street bets of all time. We all know the GameStop saga, the short squeeze that sent the price of GameStop shares to the absolute moon. And if you hadn't have heard about the group Wall Street Bets on Reddit up until this point, well, you definitely have now. The power of the community was being used to overthrow the big dogs and the hedge fund managers that were shorting against GameStop. Essentially, this Reddit community of degens all came together and managed to skyrocket the price of the GameStop shares, and the hedge fund managers that they were betting against ended up losing billions. The everyday investor full of newbie emotions found every penny they could to try and get a seat on the rocket to the moon with their GameStop shares, but even worse, some newbies decided to experiment with leverage money and they ultimately lost it all. Now, even though the Wall Street Bets community did sort of come out on top here, it is rumored that a bunch of hedge fund managers lost billions of dollars on GameStop. Obviously, they are never going to publicly admit this, but yeah, I probably wouldn't admit to losing billions of dollars either. Now, losing billions might hurt if you are a worldwide company, but if you are a single investor, losing $59,000 might be a little bit harder to take, and that is what this one investor did after options trading, but they actually lost all of this money in only 12 hours. It's fair to say they obviously got an expensive lesson in what options are and what not to do. Not many people can say they lost an average person's salary in just 12 hours, and this is just one example of someone who had the balls to post their loss. Let's take a moment to imagine the hundreds of people that lost the same or way more and just never showed it. But this is really only scratching the surface in terms of the worst Wall Street Bets losses of all time. Imagine getting a letter from your bank essentially telling you that they are concerned about your current investing strategy and offering to help you. This is what happened to a man named Jack. As the letter states, over the course of a month, he took out 39 trade orders, resulting in a pretty small loss of only $228,000. Yes, you heard me correctly. He lost $228,000 in 1 month. And to top that off, he gets a kick in the guts from his bank asking if this aligned with his trading strategy. Ah, yes, I meant to lose that much money for tax purposes, obviously. Come on, bank. But yeah, poor Jack. I really hope he is okay. It's not only degens betting on the stocks though, we also see a bunch of degens losing some absolutely massive amounts of money in the most volatile crypto market that we have ever seen. It is given light to what is being called as the gamification of investing. Numbers and colors on a screen mixed with an influx of newer generations entering the market is causing a very dangerous combo, and it seems like the stars have aligned perfectly when you talk about crypto. It's almost sad that many investors have become numb to the fact that these numbers on a screen are real, and behind it is a cold hard cash that they are playing with. And it's even worse when you consider a lot of people invest their life savings into some of the riskiest bets of all time. The sudden influx of financial investors and online creators talking about money has only grown as well, leading to some of the worst advice I think we have ever seen in the history of finance. Literally, there are financial influencers out there that don't know what cash flow is, a market cap, or even the basic concept of supply and demand. Many people need to realize that we are just small fishes in the big ocean full of sharks. Make sure you really do your homework and due diligence before investing in anything, and use your youth and energy to channel into learning about this game before investing in it. Now, instead of focusing on the good principles of investing, I think it's much more fun to look at everyone's losses, so let's get straight into it. Picture this, you are an 18-year-old coming home from school, you load up Minecraft, you're on the boys server building a mansion that you are sure you would give you a job as an architect. Mum's given you an hour before it's time to do your homework, life is good, life is simple. Not for this one 18-year-old though, who instead of enjoying his youth wasting hours grinding Minecraft, decided to make a casual $143,000 on Robinhood. Whether by luck, insider trading, or just the man understood how to make money, this is still a crazy amount of cash for an 18-year-old. It is one thing to make money, and it is more important to know how to keep it. In the space of 3 months, he watched his portfolio of $143,000 basically lose everything, because over the course of the next 3 months, it lost 88%. Yeah. That's a pretty bad loss, and I'm sure he's learned his lesson. Or how about a Reddit user called MingBearPig27 who shared a screenshot showing a casual 74.4% decline in his portfolio in only a week. With most likely a volatile portfolio, you would guess maybe a loss of tens of thousands of dollars, maybe even six figures if you had a 74% decline. But no, MingBearPig was a different breed. The 74.4% loss equated to a $1.1 million decline in only a week. But hey, the show goes on. There is still $379,000 left in his account, so it's not over till it's over. These are only some of the worst Wall Street bets you will ever see. If you guys want to see part 2 of this video, make sure to let us know in the comments down below, but we'll see you guys in the next one.